distinguished guests, I would now request Honorable Minister Ms. Anusha Rahman for her welcome address.
Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. CEO National ICT R&D Fund, which is now actually Ignite, awaiting to be registered as Ignite. Country Manager for IBM, and Zanfar Saab, Nadeem Saab, my team members from Ministry of IT, the judges, और मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. मुझे नहीं मालूम that how you see what's happening in the IT and telecom sector, and whether you have taken the opportunity to gauge what has happened in the last 3 years in your lives. Has anybody actually tried to gauge what has happened in your lives in the last 3 years? Can I see some hands? Have you given a thought to what has happened in your lives in the technology arena? Or you are just taking life as it is coming, every day going to college, coming back, doing a project here and there, and not really evaluating? Has anybody given a thought? Okay, so please, what is the thought that you have given? I saw a hand at the back on the left. Please give him the mic.
Hello.
So, okay. So what is the thought that you have given to technology in the last 3 years? What has happened?
First of all, assalamu alaikum everyone. That's a very good question actually. In the past few years, me and my colleagues and different people from different universities and industrial backgrounds, I've observed that people are more passionate than before. People are into creating more opportunities for others. They're trying to create a market gap and a name for the country as compared to situations in the past. So I think in the past 3 years, what I've observed is that people are actually raising their passions and actually dedicating themselves to be a part of this new era that we call, the industrial revolution. It's a new industrial revolution, and I hope we do the best and play our part best, and we don't miss the ride this time. Thank you so much.
My question to you. So you think that in the last 3 years you have felt that people have tried or trying to do more for others, and you feel that there is a new technology era. Why was this feeling not there 3 years ago?
What I feel is awareness. Maybe people from the generations in the past, they didn't really realize that it was actually the passions that led us. It was the 9-to-5 job that actually led the country, but others realized, our generation, to be very honest, realized that it's actually imaginations that lead us for the next future.
Okay.
And I believe that everyone who's here participating really well has thought into that. So this is why things 3 years back are now different.
Yeah. Okay. So anybody else would like to... Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Amar Sultan.
And from?
I'm from UAT Lahore.
UAT Lahore. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would want to hear a female in the group that what she thinks Pakistan of today in the era of technology offers for her as a woman, as a girl. A girl. Is there a girl here? Any girl who wants to talk about it? What Pakistan holds for her? What does it mean for her in today's... Please, give her the mic. Or either Raju. I'm introduced.
I'm Anusha from Fast Islamabad, and I think that a lot of things have been changed in last few years. And in terms of technology, like incubation centers, there are a lot of incubation centers in Islamabad, Lahore, Karachi, and there are a lot of female students who are coming in the technology. So I am also very hopeful about the future, and that's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Now, I would want to request one of the judges to comment as to what they feel has happened in the last 3 years in their observation in the era of technology. A judge, honorable judge of the entire event. Aiye.
I think the main change is the 3G, and second is obviously the government support in terms of incubation centers.
And what do you see? How do you see progress?
I think just because of 3G, a lot of startups that are trying out different business models won't be able to do that because that type of infrastructure was not available in 3 years back. Whether it's health tech like doctors or some fintech apps that people are building, those were not possible without 3G or 4G.
That's right, the technology era.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. If anybody was expecting me to make a very formal, normal, read speech, so I'm sorry, you are wrong. I normally don't do that, and especially when I'm facing a young population who's actually the target of focus area of all the work that I do in the building on the 4th floor of the Evacuee Trust, and especially when I'm talking to them who are sitting in front of me. How can I possibly look or read something from a paper? Can I do that? I can't. So what do? I mean, I don't know whether you know me enough. What we do at the Ministry of IT, what is the target area, what is the focus, what is the aspiration. So I thought today would be a good opportunity for me to share with you a little bit or give you a snapshot of what we're trying to do. And looking for comments from you, input from you, guidance from you, and basically your passion to bring the dreams that are held in your eyes and turn it into a reality. So at the Ministry of IT, I was given the task in 2013 to look at the IT and telecom sector as it was yesterday and where we want to take it in the next 5 to 10 years. And technology, as you know, is a constantly evolving syndrome. And if I share with you what it was in 2013 and where we stand in 2017, it's a long journey. But as they say, when there is a woman, there is a way. I always feel that yes, when at our homes, we are dealing as a woman, as a mother, as a female in the house, with 50 times more difficult issues, working for the country only becomes easy because what we are dealing with at the end of the day is a life which is a future, which is all of you. So what did we do and what it was? In 2013, when I became the minister, practically all the important portfolios were ad hoc. The PTA was practically vacant. 18 or so positions in different departments of the Ministry of IT were waiting to be filled in. And each time I would give out an advert, there would be a request coming from here, there, everywhere. And the first principle that we adopted at the Ministry of IT was that whoever is going to approach me or anybody else for a job position, that resume is going to go straight in the bin, in front of the people who have brought it. And that's the principle I'm still following. After that, I filled in, mashallah, with my team, 18 plus positions completely on merit, as merit we understood. Whatever in our judgment was merit, we applied that merit. And mashallah, in the first 1.5 to 2 years, we had the task of selecting and bringing in the people from around the world to come and work at Ministry of IT. It's a very small setup. I've got 10 odd members and directors, all coming from private sector, and a very small public sector presentation, just the one secretary and 2 joint secretaries at the Ministry of IT. And Yusuf, as the CEO of the ICT R&D Fund, is again one of that meritorious selection, who is now spearheading this project that you are, I would say, beneficiary of. So once these positions were done, the biggest challenge which people say what it was, I don't find anything a challenge, frankly. I think everything is doable. Nothing is a challenge. All you need is a will, the commitment, and as the IBM country had said, the passion. All of us have graduation degrees or master's degrees or whatever, but what is it that distinguishes us from others is the passion and the commitment with which we want to perform a task. And all of you, all 33 or 32 groups who are sitting here will second me on that you would not have been here if you had not this commitment in your heart that we want to do a project, we want to make it a success, and we want to make it into a project that is recognized by others as one. So my congratulations to all of you who have worked with that commitment, and you deserve a round of applause on that. So the first thing we did at Ministry of IT was to put ourselves together on the introduction of technology. As this honorable judge here said, that the thing that was missing in 2013 was since 2002-03, no new technology had been introduced in the country. And this required not much, but an auction process. An auction that would bring the operators to win a spectrum, a license for a spectrum, which will enable you to use a technology to reach out to the world through a broadband. So we did the spectrum auction, and you all know that in 2014 April, mashallah, Allah ke karam se, we had the introduction of 3G and 4G technology at the same time in the country. At that time, when I was doing the spectrum auction, the majority thought that we should do just 3G. The Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif said to me, Anusha, that you have to bring in the latest in the country. And the latest in the country was 4G. So we brought in 3G and we seeded in 4G at the same time. And then you all saw what I call is a digital revolution in Pakistan. It is nothing short of a revolution that just in the short span of 3 years, you have 137 million users of a population of some 200 million country, of which 40 million plus users are on 3G, 4G technologies, and we are adding something like 1 million users every day. That's a huge, huge market. I mean, if I compare it to any other market, for example, like Estonia, I was sitting with the president of Estonia one day, and I've been hearing about Estonia and their digital revolution, so I asked him that you are 100% on digital technologies and you are using everything on technology. What really is your population? And he said, we are around 1.3, 1.4 million. And I said, yeah, and we add around 1.1 million users every month. So you can compare that from the small countries as compared to that, and when you come to Pakistan, what is the population, what is the targeted youth together with the wholesome game is a meaningful impact in the world composition in which we exist. So the spectrum auction and related development, we put in the second agenda item for ourselves, was that we are going to connect the unconnected. We are going to use broadband for sustainable development. And for that agenda, and for people who are sitting here for Balochistan and from Sindh and from Southern Punjab and from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, you would be very happy to know that the Prime Minister approved the policy that we are going to connect every single unconnected village, which has a population of 100, with a connectivity, if they don't have PTCL, with a mobile connection. And you would be very happy to know, and I will be hearing more claps from you if I will tell you that we allocated $500 million, which is about 50 billion rupees, on connecting the unconnected throughout the Pakistan. And the last 3 lots, the Washuk lot, the Kharan lot, we do it as an auction from the Universal Service Fund Company. The last 3 lots, which will connect Washuk and Kharan and allied areas with 3G connectivity. So imagine people who have no connectivity will straight away get 3G connectivity. Those lots have been signed, the funding has been allocated, the work will start from next month, and the entire country, as I said, with a population of 100 in any village, will be connected by the end of 2018. Now this is and then obviously laying down the optic fiber cable, building the telecenters, and all other projects that we do on the supply side. Now, what you are doing and what you need to do is to work on the demand side. And you must have heard from your professors, and it must have come in your readings, that you need to use this technology for the benefit and for the daily needs of the people. For example, you heard about the winning projects. Everything is coming from a lifetime experience. If somebody has made a helmet to save lives of people in the mines, It is coming from the right away from the need that is coming from the work at the job place, from where the brother is working. Aapka bhai kaam kar raha hai na wahan pe? Ji. So this is a direct result of the need, the demand side. In the same way, we are working on application, bringing in e-commerce, and you know the Prime Minister recently signed an MOU with Alibaba, and a lot of people, all of you were demanding when we will have our payment systems, when can we do e-commerce. So Alibaba has done an MOU with us, and you will soon be hearing about Alipay working in Pakistan, working on e-education, equipping the girls' schools. So now for the girls who are in Islamabad, the ICT for Girls program, for which I did a partnership with Microsoft when Nadeem was there, was to train the girls in coding. I personally believe that coding is the future. We need to get our children to learn how to code. Do you agree with me? I mean, can I see the hands? Yes, you think, right? So I believe that coding is the future, and I think my board members and all those policymakers who are sitting with me believe that we need to train our children in computing skills. So we started this program with Microsoft on the side from their CSR, teaching coding and cloud computing, but not from people at your age, but starting from a 4-year-old. We can start it from a 4-year-old who can turn into a technology whiz by the time she is 14. So this program is already rolling in Baitul Mals, 150 Baitul Mals, where my focus remains on disadvantaged segments. And the ICT for the women empowerment centers are being equipped with computer labs, and the 4C training program is being rolled there with the help of Microsoft. I've scaled up the same program, and we are going to the ICT girls' schools, Islamabad girls' schools, and if you hear the numbers, you'll be shocked. 110,000 girls every year will be graduating in 4C's program from these girls' schools. And this is already happening. It's not something that I'm saying going to happen in future. This is all something that is happening. So Yusuf mentioned about the freelancing program. I'll share with you. They came in the board. I gave them the task. I said, Yusuf, you have to work on the freelancers. My youth is my future. These children, we need to provide them every opportunity, every platform that we can to turn them into entrepreneurs. No government can find 200 million jobs for anybody. But if we turn them into entrepreneurs, if we enable them, if we can give them the platforms from where they can learn how to become entrepreneurs, we will be doing a service to our youth. I want to give them hope. I want to give them happiness. I want to see sparkle in their eyes. And freelancing for me is one way of doing it. So he came back to me, and he came back to me with a proposal of doing 50,000 freelancers training in 10 years? No, 50,000. In 1 year. And I was like shocked. I was, Yusuf, you're talking about a 200 million population country where 60% of it is youth. Any program which is going to target just 50,000, I mean, it's not going to be something that I would like to approve, frankly. So I gave him a target of doing 1 million freelancers training. So the number of years he's still got a confusion. He thinks it's 5 years. Actually, it's 2 years. So, and why? So we had 3 board meetings on that. So in the second board meeting, I gave him a few ideas. And we said, look, I'm not saying that you are going to do a program for 50,000 and asking online applications and this, that, and the other. My schools and colleges and universities are buzzing with the youth. You need to go to the universities and colleges, speak to the principals, speak to the teachers, and we are going to roll this program in the entire country, in all those universities and colleges who want to opt in with you on the program. So he thought about it, he went back, and then he got engaged with HEC, and then he got engaged with other educational institutions. Then he came back with a 1 million in 10 years. And I said, okay, 5 years. I said, no, not 1 million in 5 years. It can't be. So then we discussed again. So the third board meeting, I sort of, gave them a little bit more insight into how it can be done. So we spoke about making a platform which is going to provide online training to freelancers, training the trainers, having a buy-in from universities and colleges, and then holding a conference, finalizing the action items from that conference after Ramadan, and then finally announce 1 million freelancers in 2 years. So I think that's what you are going to have. Now you tell me, I think I would like to ask the judges if this is the most optimal way forward. But I've also asked him to engage NGOs. I've also requested him to engage all those people in the business, people like IBM, people like Microsoft, people like Intel, other organizations who are here, that how we can actually facilitate this program and roll it out. The second program that I have initiated from the USF board is something that you will like even more than just the freelancing. And this is providing online opportunity to micro and small medium enterprises, which means that anybody who's got a cottage industry, anybody who's got a product, for example, people who make carpets, the people who make shoes, people who make clothes, but they don't have access to markets, or maybe people who make furniture, for example, the Gujarat industry, people in the shops who do not have a market beyond their local neighborhood, but to bring them online and giving them an opportunity to sell their products domestically and internationally. So we have commissioned a study, and even today we had a meeting, and we are discussing and sorting out the proposals of how to bring out these about 1.7 million MSMEs online. So this is again a very interesting program. The studies of the UNCTAD tell us that in the next 5 years, the e-commerce has a potential of going up to around $20 billion. So this is a huge potential. So this is what we do at the Ministry of IT, trying to find out ways and means to provide an enabling environment to the people of this country where they can use technology for the social economic development, and particularly for girls and women. So my ICT for Girls program is an employability contract with Microsoft. And in the same way, as we proceed, as we scale the programs up, I want to see the 50% population of my country participating equally alongside with the boys and men. This is what is going to take Pakistan forward. I tell you, none of us have the luxury now to stay at home and say that Pakistan is going to work by itself. It's not possible. We need to have the continued passion of all of us, and we need to have the continued ownership of our country. ये नहीं हो सकता कि लड़का जो है वो जाके बाहर धक्के खाए, काम करे, और वो जो लड़की है वो सारा दिन घर बैठ के आराम करे. वो आराम इस तरह से है कि ये नहीं हो सकता कि आप घर बैठ जाओ और कहो कि बस ठीक है, मेरी अब शादी हो गई है, अब मैंने सिर्फ बच्चे पालने हैं, और ये जाए बाहर जाके और ये खज्जल ख्वार होके काम करके वापस आए. ये नहीं हो सकता. इसमें किसी का कोई फायदा नहीं है. हमने ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्रिएट करनी है कि बच्चियां घर से बैठ के काम कर सकें. आई थिंक दैट्स द एंटायर विजन ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी यूजेज. मैं ये नहीं चाहती कि आपको जरूर ही घर से बाहर निकलना पड़े, मगर आपको वो तमाम देखें. यू कैन बी अ जर्नलिस्ट सिटिंग एट होम, you can write articles sitting at home. Pakistan is ranked as number 4th in freelancing in the world. So you don't really have to go out and look for jobs. What you can do is that you can actually start teaching sitting from home. बच्चे कुरान पढ़ते हैं घर बैठ के. पूरी दुनिया के बच्चों को कुरान पढ़ाया जा सकता है ऑनलाइन आके. इसी तरह बच्चों को प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, किसी को उर्दू नहीं आती, किसी को अंग्रेजी नहीं आती. You can get onto the portals and you can actually start making most of your time by using technology and work from home. So there are 101 different kinds of ways where girls can use technology, and if they choose not to leave the door of their house, they have the option. They can learn coding, they can learn cloud computing, and they can work from home. This is what, Nadeem Saab, we need to achieve. And this is what is going to take Pakistan forward. Because it is not possible that it's you, the girls of this country, the women of this country, who can steer the direction for the Pakistan that we all want to see. MashaAllah, Pakistan has done wonders in the last few years. पूरी दुनिया की organizations पाकिस्तान को एक गोल्डन इरा की तरफ जाते हुए दिखा रही हैं, और हमने इस पेस को तेज करना है। इस पेस को तेज करने के लिए हमें जो भी करने की ज़रूरत है, उसमें सबसे बड़ी अहम बात यह है कि 50% आबादी जो है वो सिर्फ घर में नहीं बैठ सकती, उसको काम करना है और उसने मिल के काम करना है। कायदे आज़म ने पाकिस्तान बनाया था तो बीबी फातिमा जिन्ना उनके साथ चलती थी। आप इसी से अंदाज़ा लगा लें कि कितना ज़रूरी है टीम अप होना। और ये जो सारे हमारे ख्वाब हैं, ये जो सारे हमारे मिशंस हैं, इन सब के अंदर हमने ये जो अपॉर्चुनिटी का फ्लेवर है जो गवर्नमेंट ने प्रोवाइड करनी है, वो दोनों को टारगेट करके प्रोवाइड करनी है, बच्चों को भी और बच्चियों को भी। आई होप यू एग्री विद मी। आई मीन, व्हाट डू द गर्ल्स थिंक अबाउट इट? कैन आई हैव अ हैंड एंड अ कमेंट फ्रॉम यू? आप बात करना चाहोगी?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be a judge here. Actually, my name is Tamina, and I moved here about 3 years ago from Hong Kong, where I was born and raised, so it's a huge opportunity to be here. I'm what you call a geek girl, because I also studied internet computing and technology like yourselves, and I've worked in the corporate sector for over 20 years in a number of countries. And what's happening here is incredibly exciting, and it's such a fantastic platform that it's been inclusive for both men as well as women and the youth. For me, I think this is absolutely the right direction for Pakistan to go to. I've had the opportunity to live in Europe, in North America, as well as Hong Kong, China, part of our new sisterhood. And what I can say is if we do this right, it's really going to move Pakistan ahead, leaps and bounds. The talent pool that I have seen myself in my own career, as well as my educational path of Pakistanis, is just overwhelming. And I think there's a really good reputation for our students that go overseas. What I think, and I completely agree with you, is we don't really include the women enough, and maybe part of the reason is the physical attributes of maybe working in an office environment over here. But the direction is if we have more diversity even within our workforce, whether on a physical or remote basis, we can all move together. Today I had the opportunity to meet a lot of male startup teams and as well as a lot of female startup teams. And what I'd love to see is more collaborative working between the two, because I think you're going to get a fantastic output from there. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing more successful outcomes from initiatives such as this. Thank you.
Thank you. I think the only reason why I just want to hear more from all of you is to basically get the confidence that the direction is right, and also to have the participation in getting it right. I mean, in all fairness, we could be making decisions which are impacting you, and I believe in a positive way. But what I need is to accelerate that digitization model and to reach there far and quick, so that the real benefit to the people and to yourselves comes out sooner rather than later. You know, there is always time and opportunity that you have to seize, and everybody tells me that this is the time and opportunity. But I tell you that every time and every opportunity is always there. The only thing is that we don't see it sometimes. And we are the people who like to jump on the bandwagon and say, the other person is doing it, then I must do it as well. But I think the time that Pakistan is now seeing through is that all of us are now getting convinced that the time and opportunity that today Pakistan has, we all are sync with this mission, that this point in time that in which we are passing is going to be our time, is going to be your time. Because every time is never the same. And if we are not going to make most of this time and opportunity that is on your table in front of you, you probably are not missing it out just for yourself, but you will actually also be impacting the future of our own country. So whatever you create, whatever innovation you do, whatever platforms are provided to you, my request to all of you would be to keep engaged with those platforms, because government is doing everything for you. Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is absolutely focused on the youth of our country. And whatever actions we are doing, on connecting the unconnecting, provided now this venture capital fund setting up. I don't know whether you are aware, we are setting up 4 incubation centers, 1 in each province for the youngster startups. We have already signed off for 3, 1 in Lahore, Karachi and Peshawar. The Islamabad one is already working. The Balochistan one is going to come in another 2 months. And then these incubation centers are the government's commitment towards incubation and innovation and entrepreneurship. And the venture capital fund that Yusuf has just referred to you about is again something that we are turning the ICT R&D fund into Ignite company for basically for that purpose. Whatever resources that we have in the government is all for you. I mean, that is the simple motive along which we are working. And my every effort is that it converts into opportunities. And if it converts into opportunities, that is the real impact that we will see. So all of you who have made today or participated today in this very, I would say, energized competition would have felt the sense that wherever you might be, from the top of the country, from the north of the country to the south, or from the east to the west, people like yourselves, Pakistan is, mashallah, blessed to have all of you. So if you are going to need my help anywhere, you will find me that I'll be there. If you want me to talk to K Electric for your project, I will be there. If you want me to talk to anybody else for your project that you have just made, I'll be there. So what we need to do is to make sure that we conclude this journey. It's not that you have made a project, you have won a prize, and that's the end of life. No. You have to take it to the logical conclusion, because the real impact would be when you commercialize this project.
मैं आपको एक किस्सा शेयर कर लेती हूँ, and then I would like to seek leave from here, unless somebody else wants to talk something. आपकी encouragement के लिए जो नेशनल इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर बना है इस्लामाबाद में, उस्मानी साहब, ये आपको तो इल्म होगा उसका, उस नेशनल इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर को पहले जब बोर्ड में ये आया और उस वक्त यूसुफ नहीं थे वहाँ पर, तो मैं 2014 के समर में लंदन गई थी. आप में से शायद किसी को मौका मिला हो देखने का. टेक सिटी उनकी जो बनी हुई है, आई डोंट नो इफ एनीबडी हैज सीन दैट. टेक सिटी इज देयर इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर, बेसिकली स्टार्टअप्स के लिए जगह बनी हुई है. So I came back and I spoke to the board that we need to have an incubation center in our country and provide opportunity to our youngsters. बच्चों के लिए हमें ये बनाने की ज़रूरत है. तो आप यकीन करें कि just to, अब शाह साहब, इस्माइल शाह साहब यहाँ मौजूद नहीं हैं, वो आपको मेरे साथ आपके साथ शेयर करते कि किस कदर एक I would say लंबा अरसा लग गया मुझे कन्विंस करने में बोर्ड मेंबर्स को कि हमें इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर की ज़रूरत है. हमने बच्चों को, स्टार्टअप्स को मेंटरशिप देनी है, इनको फंड करना है, इन बच्चों के प्रोजेक्ट्स को आगे लेके जाना है, उन्हें कमर्शलाइज करवाना है और उनको ये मौका फराहम करना है कि हम इनोवेशन को तरवीज देने वाले ममालिक में से हैं. तो तकरीबन मुझे 1.5 साल लग गया टू गेट द RFP फ्रॉम द ICT R&D फंड बोर्ड. इट वॉज a very long, I would say, arduous, because कभी भी कोई भी काम नए सिरे से करना, पहली दफ़ा करना, उसको करने में लोग बहुत कंजर्वेटिव होते हैं. मुझ जैसा बंदा तो बहादुर है, मैं तो फैसला कर लेती हूँ कि बस मैंने करना है और अल्लाह की मदद हो जाती है उसके अंदर. लेकिन मैंने नोटिस किया है कि लोग डरते हैं, खौफ खाते हैं कि कहीं हम फेल ना हो जाएं. फेलियर से कभी नहीं घबराना चाहिए. अगर हम हर वक्त फेलियर से घबराएंगे तो हम चांस नहीं लेंगे, और जब आप चांस नहीं लेंगे तो आप इनोवेट नहीं कर सकेंगे. तो 1.5 साल की कोशिश के बाद हमने ये इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर का जो प्रपोजल था वो हमने बिड किया, और हमें उसके लिए काफ़ी लॉबी करनी पड़ी, लोगों से बात करनी पड़ी कि हम करना क्या चाह रहे हैं. आप लोगों के अलावा तो शायद मैंने सभी से बात करी कि ये बच्चों के लिए हमने करना है और ये बहुत ज़रूरी प्रोजेक्ट है. फाइनली 1.5 साल के बाद जब हमने RFP किया तो हमें चंद लोगों ने, चंद बिड्स आई हमें, 3 या 4 या 5, कुछ बिड्स थी. कितनी बिड्स थी यूसुफ? 3, बहुत कम बिड्स थी. एनीवे, जैज़ ने वो इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर जीत लिया और उस इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर को उन्होंने इस्लामाबाद में सेटअप किया, माशाल्लाह. और जितनी उन्होंने फंडिंग हमसे मांगी थी उससे कुछ ज़्यादा ही फंडिंग उन्होंने अपने भी रिसोर्सेज से लगाई. उन्होंने कहा हमने पाकिस्तान का पहला नेशनल इंक्यूबेशन ब्रांड सेंटर बनाया है, تو اٹ ہیز ٹو بی اے ریمارکیبل پلیس جہاں بچے جب آئیں تو ہم فخر کر سکیں کہ یہ پاکستان کا نیشنل انکیوبیشن سینٹر ہے. تو ماشاء اللہ اگر آپ NIT بھی جائیں تو دیٹ سینٹر از آپریشنل. وہاں پہ ہم GSMA پہ گئے تو ومپل کام, کیونکہ جائزہ آپ جانتے ہیں ومپل کام کی اونرشپ میں ہے, ومپل کام پوری دنیا سے 10 اسٹارٹ اپس کو سلیکٹ کرتا ہے GSM میں FYFN کی ایگزیبیشن کے لیے. تقریباً 700 کے قریب اس سال آپ جیسے ینگ انٹرپرینیورز وہاں موجود تھے. ومپل کام نے پوری دنیا سے 10 آپ جیسے اسٹارٹ اپس کو سلیکٹ کرنا تھا, اور ان کے کوئی 17 کے قریب آپریشنز ہیں پوری دنیا میں. انہوں نے پوری دنیا سے 5 اسٹارٹ اپ سلیکٹ کیے اور صرف پاکستان سے 5 اسٹارٹ اپ سلیکٹ کیے. اور ابھی جو نیشنل انکیوبیشن سینٹر تھا وہ پورا تیار نہیں ہوا تھا, اس میں ابھی صرف 5 ہی انکیوبیٹیز جو تھے وہ موجود تھے, ابھی اس نے لانچ ہونا تھا. میں GSMA پہ جب گئی تو انہوں نے کہا کہ میڈم وہ آپ چل کے ان کو ملیں, بچے آ گئے ہیں. میں ان کو وزٹ کرنے گئی, ملنے گئی جس طرح آپ کو ملنے آئی ہوں. تو جب میں وہاں پہنچی 4x4N پہ, وہ تقریباً جیسے میں نے کہا 700 کے قریب اسٹارٹ اپس ہیں, وہ لمبی لمبی لائنوں میں انہوں نے ان کے پروجیکٹس لگائے ہوئے تھے. تو جو ہمارا بچہ تھا, جو 5 کمپنیز ہماری گئی ہوئی تھیں پاکستان کی, تو جو ہمارا ایک اسٹارٹ اپ کا ٹریل بلیزر میں اس کو کہتی ہوں, وہ وہاں پہ کھڑا وال اسٹریٹ جرنل کو انٹرویو دے رہا تھا. دیٹ واز دا مومنٹ آف پرائڈ فار می. A 24-year-old who didn't stand anywhere just 3 months ago with his product. He had no idea that 3 months down the road he will be selected as an incubatee of a national incubation center. From there, he will be flying to Barcelona to participate in the most prestigious conference, FYFN. And on the very first day that he lands there, he will be standing and giving an interview to the Wall Street Journal and raising the flag of Pakistan. And at that moment in time, I said, Pakistan Zindabad. That's what you stand for. These are the opportunities that are waiting for you. This is what I'm striving to do from the boards, different boards that I chair. That all of you deserve to be present on the global platforms and holding the flag of Pakistan and saying that this is us. This is Pakistan. This is what you stand for. This is what I stand for. That we will take we will take the flag of Pakistan to every nook and corner of the world and say that we are the flag bearers of technology. We are the flag bearers of innovation. We are the flag bearers of the future of this world. This is what we all have to work together. And may Allah Ta'ala gives you kamyabi in achieving that. Thank you.